Yo, top billing. I have seen the light. Man, I've been thinking about the edge position. This is going to be a totally different joint. When I first started it, I had a joint that I'm doing on BG and his potential return or his return. I'm not sure if that's set in stone. Somebody has to let me know, right? Is that etched in stone? BG coming back, I think, provides a ton of value all up and down the guitar string, but mostly in between the tackles. BG had himself some moments in between the tackles last year rather than being out on the edge. I think that his ability to kick inside, rush from sometimes a three technique, right, a four technique. Oh, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. I got a film study coming on that, so make sure you tap in on that joint right there. Listen, one more. Make sure you tap in on my alternate channel, right? If you're in the urbanism, I got my Philly to Be More channel that we popping off. We're doing a lot of stuff around the city here in Philly, and then out Baltimore as well, my home away from home, dealing with urbanism, maybe some food reviews, just, you know what I'm saying, just a whole bunch of different stuff. So make sure you tapped into that right there, but you better make sure you tapped in onto the channel as we do more and more of these draft profiles, man. And to me, none more so than your man Keldric Faulk. So he fits into what I was talking about with BG, but not let me bury the lead though, baby. I still want Haas Reddick back. I love the addition of my man Arnold Ebikete, former Temple Owl, holding it down for the city. Also former Penn State Nittany Lions. So, I mean, he's going to do really good things for us, no doubt about that. I love the projection of what I think Jalix Hunt will be. Same deal with Nolan Smith. I just don't know if either will be premium. We still need one more, to me, veteran presence out there on the edge. If we're going to consider BG that, or if does he count more on the interior, right? Because I think about in rush package situations, having a guy like Keldric Faulk, he's 6'6", 276 pounds. 6'6". You talk about setting a mean edge, closing off the gate backside and all that. He's going to be able to do that in his sleep day one. Where his potential premium impact comes from the fact, obviously, his frame, but his ability to diversify his portfolio. And I'll show that here in the film study real quick. The guy was played for anywhere from a two technique all the way out to the damn nines, bro. I ain't here to fraud you not. Man, I'm super blown away by what I think he could be in the Philadelphia Eagles uniform. He is a impact potential type guy, right? He does not have the stats to bag it up. I believe he had 2 sacks his junior season, but that was his junior season. There are other guys that I've been doing stuff on. These dudes are already 25 years old. It'll be their age 25 season, and they're just a rookie. I expect them to be further along than somebody who's probably 21 years old. So in a couple of years, or maybe even next year, you playing with Vic Fangio, you get on his good side, man. You never know what can happen to a rookie like that with that type of versatility, that type of diversified portfolio, not to mention his rush list, right? His set list, incredible, right? A better set list than Nolan Smith, and Nolan Smith's been in the league for a few years now, and this guy is just a junior in college entering the draft. So think about that right there. But if you want to complete that edge room, I think a guy like this, my man Haas Reddick coming back as well. BG in the full. Ooh, man. Let's go ahead and get to it, though.
What more can I say?
Top billing. All right. Look, at a motorcycle stance, look how far he is away from the ball. So he's playing in some space at 6'6", 276 pounds, and look how he moves. Hit him with the show and go, turn the corner. The quarterback had to just fertilize his own self. You saw that big dude coming around the mountain when he comes like that. Look at this. Sell, no tell. He shows them the hands. He just wants to draw a reaction because every action has a reaction. And as you can see right here, he sticks the hands out to immediately then hit him with the arm under, right? Gave him barely a shoulder pad to work with there. Made him stop his feet. Had him heavy-legged waist bending. And then look, coming around that mountain, great job with the other guys as well. On the quarterback, oh, no, help. He just fertilizes himself. I don't blame him either. Man, one more time, full speed. I love the show and go. That's nice from a big man. A finesse move from a big man, you always love that. Now look where he is. He's at a 4-eye. And then he'll still reduce down. So he'll be working in the interior right here. He's in a 4-point stance. Look at that. Wall, discard, And he's excited about it, right? The guy likes playing the run. I love it, man. 6'6" can be 280, 285 pounds before you know it. On a reduction, look at that wall. Get the hands. Nice lateral movement here. You're two gapping. You're watching, you're searching, you're traversing. And then look, boom. Right there he appears. Outstanding. Big old long cat in the middle like that. No daddy. Oh, man. Come on, man. All right, I know you guys gonna come. You're gonna want to tell me about your guy and shit like that. I want to know about Keldric Faulk. We'll talk about other people, right? For you people who don't actually watch videos, you watch titles and thumbnails and shit, and you come try to talk to me, that shit don't go well, bro. Let's talk about this subject right here. Keldric Faulk. What do you think about his prospects in the Vic Fangio defense? It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Whose edge is this? The edge is yours. I love 6'6", right? Guys like that who can like a Richard Seymour sometimes, right? Early in his career, they could play him out there. Chandler Jones, one of these guys, very much in that mode. These guys can set an edge because they're gonna have longer limbs, right? To be able to set it that way and have that outside presence. But then they're gonna be able to do stuff like this to your tackle as well because they're just as tall as them. Bang! Bench pressed him, closed it down, closed it off. Look at this, getting into his chest. Originally saying what I'll tell you, but sell no tell. Make it all look the same until it's not. Boom, he ain't running the edge. He ain't running the arc on this one. He got into his chest and then extended. Bench pressed him, right? Skied him a little bit, right? Took him to Denver for some skiing lessons. And then look at him, reduce that flat down the line of scrimmage. He's in on it against the run. Whose edge is this? Back out in the motorcycle stance, still getting pressure. Didn't get this drawn, didn't get home, but he got the pressure to flush it, and it ended up, as you can see right there, a misfire. But let's see how he got there. How were the results derived? Look at him. He kind of played this one's a little different, right? Maybe the tackle overset. Maybe the tackle overset because he was afraid of being beat to the outside. Oversets, he plays it to the inside to get him to reduce down and then goes back to the outside with it. Tries to go with the show and go. Now this time, not even a show and go. Got into his chest, hit him with the arm under, tried to run the arc, and he did that. Good pocket maneuverability by the quarterback, and the rest is history. 4-hour working outside in, and look at the physicality. 2-on-1, look at that, breaks it. Right at the break point there. It didn't matter to him. Did not matter to him at all. Look at that. They're trying to break off on the combo. You can see him with that presence there, just in case it was going to go outside. He probably was going to be able to maneuver that there, but then he discards it and immediately gets after it. On the other side of the line, so keep in mind, both sides of the line, some people can't do that. Some people can only be on one side and be impactful that way. He's able to show a little bit of impact on the other side of the line. And watch this, playing inside the tackle again. When you're 6'6", of course, like a Jordan Davis right here, you get on the inside, Baka Taya, Mutombo'd his ass. Not in the house of Mutombo. Look at this. Deuces down. Gets into that A gap, gets into the line of sight, times it perfectly. As soon as the quarterback starts his wind up, jumps up there, Mutombo's the hell out that joint. Splaka Taya. Matter of fact, we'll give him an even better sound effect. Bink! Hit him with the bink. Now this is an empty move again. However, you can see that he's thinking the game through. Watch the level change. Changed elevation on him, was going to dip under him. Now he pushed the pocket. You got to say, at the very least, he pushed the pocket. It was an errant throw. Maybe he caused that. Maybe not. But look, hands to the chest, and then immediately dip down to change elevation. All right? Because you're going to give him the action up top. He's going to react up top, which he did. He just didn't quite execute it as well. So then he just turned it into, like, I'm stronger than you type shit. And look at him lapping bull. Unable to sink those mugs. And the quarterback was, look at that, boom. did lap him into the quarterback, right? Lap danced his ass. Exotic danced his ass into throwing an errant pass. Remember when I ran that poll during the season and I was talking about which move should Nolan Smith add to his arsenal so we can stop doing the same thing, right? He was spamming the same move over and over trying to get to the arc. And a lot of you guys said add the spin move. Check this out from your 6'6" guy, right? It's an empty rep. He doesn't get there, but he's thinking the game through. Spun it back to the inside there. I like to see him continue to work with that. A guy like Clint Hurt being on the squad too, being able to work with somebody like that, man, that's a scary thought if you were an opponent. But look at him right there. Fight the hands, stick that foot in the ground, spin it back to the inside. Of course, like I said before, right? They were sending heavy protection his way, right? Bang, he got chipped again in his back a little bit. Got chipped in the small of his back. I know that joint hurt, right? He's like, boom, and then they came with the extra help, right? Help offense on him. So they're playing him some good mind, man. Pay him a ton of attention. Last one right here. I want to show you this guy's hustle prowess, right? Look at this. Going to the passer, right? They screened it off here, and look who runs this play down. Way down the field right there. He took one to the bread basket though, right? Those suck. I ain't gonna lie to you, right? You chasing somebody down and you get that cleat in your stomach. Look where he came from, right? He came down, kind of got on inside right there with the influence box. It's pretty good on them. Blocked up really well. Receiver does a great job of making people miss. He stays with it though. Look at that. And runs it down. Let me know what you think.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.